Hello, hello, Teaquilters. Today is Saturday, December 7th, 2024. It is 8 p.m. Central Standard Time. We're here for 2-hour live sew and chat. So we also have lives on Wednesdays from 7 to 8 p.m. Central Standard Time just for 1 hour. Sometimes I'm sewing, sometimes I'm doing hauls, sometimes I'm just answering questions, and sometimes I just show up. So I just want you all to be aware when I'm live. And also this month I am doing Missouri Stars Countdown to Christmas, opening with Stash or Pass. It starts at 12:01 a.m. each day. So you can also watch the uploads, and what you do is in the chat or in the comment section, you put whether you would stash or pass on a particular gift. Any items that I'm passing on, I will donate those items to one lucky winner in a drawing. I'll have a drawing. You need to keep track of the things that I pass on, what that item is, what day number it is. And then I draw from the people that get the test right. And then one person wins all the things that I passed on. So hopefully you would like to join us here. So let's see who's in the chat tonight. See, live chat. Let me put my settings on all messages so I can see everything. Hi, Darcy. She says, hi, T. And Quiltles, give T her thumbs up. And if you're new here, please subscribe. Hit the bell for notifications. Check out the Facebook page, Teaquilts LLC. Make sure that you answer those 4 questions so that you can join the group over there as well. And then you can share your projects, and or if you're stuck on a question and it's not a day I'm live, then you can get your questions answered by not only me, but other people in the group. So please join us if you're on Facebook. Got Sue GSD is here. Uh-oh. I pinned Darcy's message and now okay. The magic number is now 200 days until retreat 2025. Can you feel the excitement in the air? Girl, these days are rolling by too freaking fast, okay? Dee Branson is here. Vivian Calvey. Don Cunningham. Zandra Oldham. Deborah Sims Brown. Vivian Calvey, I can't remember if I said it. Kim R. Betsy Layton. Rent is paid. Thank you. When people say rent's paid, that means they've hit that thumbs up button. So if you haven't, go hit the thumbs up button while I'm doing shout outs. I'll be right here when you come back. Brenda Foley is here. Bonita Nance is here. She says she's tidying up the sewing studio after making 34 mini backpack coin purses. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Good evening from Remo. She says thumbs up, show your love and support. You really need to stop lurking. We don't bite. Teaquilts will give you an education that you won't believe. Hit the thumbs up. Sharon Lewis is here. Rent's paid. Sharon, girl, I've been working on the tension on my long arm. I finally got it up and running. I quilted the charity quilt, not the charity quilt, the raffle quilt that I'm giving away this month. And now I'm quilting the t-shirt quilt. And then your quilt's going up next. So I'm hoping tomorrow, I just found out I might be watching Jersey tomorrow. But by Monday, I should have it quilted. And then I'll work on, I don't know what else you wanted. I have to go back and look at your paperwork and see what else I need to do for your quilt. But next week, it should be in the mail, girl. And it'll be coming UPS. I ship all my quilts back to people UPS. I don't use the post office because I don't trust them with something that valuable. Yeah. I feel like sometimes they're curious about what Teaquilts is. I feel like some of my packages come open. Some of them don't come at all, or stuff that I send out don't get shipped at all. So it just depends on what's going on and what I'm shipping, and that's how I ship. So just so you all are aware. Damali J is here. Staying warm and her rent's paid. Suzette Peterkin Denton is here. Clovis Gardner, Janice Miller, and June Henson. Oh, Brenda says she received her Queendom pattern today. Love it. Awesome, awesome. So that's cool. If you don't know, I now have my set of instructions for how I made my African Queen quilt. I call it African Queendom because of the setting that I have. I really did not want to make an African Queen pattern because somebody else created that. Even though in quilt making, it's your pattern instructions that's copyrighted, not necessarily the quilt block itself per se, I still did not want to do that. But everybody has been trying to get a hold of the person that created that pattern and to no avail. So we don't know what happened, where she is at this time. So I just call myself making a pattern of my particular quilt layout. So you're actually getting a little bit more in my pattern than you would have if you had purchased it from, purchased the original pattern, which was basically a block pattern for real, for real. And so I at least give you how to set mine on point and things like that. So that's awesome, Brenda. Sheila Willis is here. So she just got home today. She's been on the road. Having fun, probably. I didn't bring my cup in here. I don't know if this water is real water or tap water. Oh, it's real water because it's still sealed. This must have been my emergency supply water because as soon as I needed it, boy, I saw that bottled in. Whew. I have issues with some sinus I'm trying to get over, so all of the allergy and things like that is what I'm having issues with. Francis Jackson is here. Shauna Gosevi is here. And Sharon says, thanks for the update. Yeah, I was having so much difficulty with my long arm. So you know how you try to, when you're like sort of kind of close, but you can't get the tension right and it's acting up even when you loosen the tension and when you tighten the tension. So I just took that knob. I did not even look at it. I just started rotating that thing about 3 times one direction. And of course, when I went to stitching, because I had been working on it for some hours, and of course, it stitched worse than anything I've ever seen in my life. But what that did was it got me out of my head. It made it so extreme that I knew which way I needed to go to fix whatever problem I had then. So I was able to finally get it, but it still took another couple hours to get into the sweet spot. And I did not want to stitch on Sharon's quilt until I got it back into the sweet spot, because the stitching on her quilt is just that we had put in there because we still got 2 rows of stitching in it. I think we took out 4 rows, if I'm not mistaken. I did not want to put some stitches in there where the tension wasn't right, so I had to make sure that tension was right. So I quilted the first quilt, no problem. I'm working on the t-shirt quilt now. It's stitching right now, as a matter of fact. I'm halfway through the quilt. And I wanted to make sure I didn't need to make any more tweaks. Everything's looking good because I did some drastic changes. So I wanted to make sure everything was fine before I put on Sharon's quilt. So, because we don't want to be ripping again, okay? The design on Sharon's quilt is very dense, and I don't want to be ripping that again. So, and I don't know if I mentioned this to you all. For some reason, just had some fabric. I don't know if the fabric was like stretching out or the batting was affected. We took everything out. Everything looked like it's laying flat again on the quilt top. So this time when I load her quilt, I'm going to be basting her quilt basting the entire quilt. Everything that's loose, other than those top 2 rows that we got, I'm going to be basting everything all the way through until I get everything basted and then go back and quilt, because I don't want to have to rip again. And Sharon, I was talking with Sharon, we were trying to figure out if it was a bad, you can get a bad batch of fabric. She's got name brand fabric because we talked about what her fabrics were. And what's happened too, like, fabric manufacturers are using their fabric lines and then picking certain fabrics and then using them as backings. And so I'm trying to make sure that this time, if I have any issues, I know exactly what's going on with the quilt. So I find, my opinion, and this is not for Sharon's quilt, but I'm just giving an example. I've used Kaffe fabrics, love them on the front, and then I've used some Kaffe backings, and some of the particular colors like that. It's the blue color. I'm trying to block, what would you call this blue color? Like sapphire blue. I find that particular color didn't do well in a particular backing that I had of a customer's, and it was a problem. She wanted to use cotton, 100% cotton, which is a heavier thread than cotton covered polyester. There's polyester. I use permacore thread. We just talking, ain't we? I use permacore thread, and it's a polyester thread that's covered in 100% cotton. So the thread itself isn't 100% cotton. The outer portion of the thread is 100% cotton. And the polyester core is on the inside. That's what my Gamble likes. That was the only long arm thread when long arm machines first came out that was given to the households. And I just find Gamble likes that thread. Some people say it's lynchy. They prefer Glide. I tried Glide in my machine, honey. I got the worst stitches I ever saw in my whole entire life. I just took that thread off my machine because I was not finna make no major changes to stitch Glide one time. But then I would have had to get rid of all of my permacore thread to use Glide. And I wasn't really happy with it. So yeah. So it's a lot of things that go on in any given situation, and there is no right or wrong answer. You just got to figure out what works for you and whatever equipment you're working with. So, but I'll most definitely be sending you a link, tracking link, Sharon, when I mail it. So don't worry about that. I am not finna play with Kevin the Quilter, who has just entered the room. Y'all can deal with him in the chat. I am not finna mess with him, okay? And Remo saying she wants to purchase that pattern. And another announcement about the African Queendom pattern. I've given in. I've had a couple of people asking me about skin tones for the African Queen block. So I am going to go ahead and cut some more. I have to go shopping and get because I have to go in person, or I guess I could use my Kona card if I wanted to. But I'm going to get some Kona cotton, and I'm going to go and make the skin tones again. So I will have them in stock. It will take me a couple of weeks to do all of this, and then it's Christmas, so it might be January, okay? Let's be for real. But I'm gonna, I forgot all about, I have a Kona card I could just look at. But I will be trying to work with that as well, because I still got people that are needing skin tones. And then I don't think it's a whole lot of people. And then that way, as I'm selling my patterns, if people need skin tones, then they can get the skin tones as well as get you a 30 fat quarter bundle of African print fabrics, because it's a lot cheaper to buy it in 30 fat quarters at a time. You get 10% off the regular retail price of buying 4 fat quarters at a time. So yeah, and then it's 30 different fat quarters, of course. Let's see, what's next? Sue says, looking forward to tomorrow's Zoom. Me too, because we're going to be using this iPad because I don't even know what I did with my laptop computer. So I'll have to make sure that I email myself some stuff so that I can put it on the screen and share my screen with you guys when I go on there. And like I said, this one's one of those things that's easy. It's as complicated as you want it to be, but it's all square, so it's easy on top of that. So it's not like I'm going to be doing teaching, because if I was teaching, you would be paying for a class. But I'm going to just be doing some very light instructions, and we're going to be actually sewing together in steps, and then we can all hopefully have a block to show at the end. Maybe more than one, I'm hoping. But yeah, so that's what our goal is for tomorrow. Looking forward to tomorrow's Zoom. Cynthia Shades here, Delia Castro Short, Pearl Medina, T. Roberts, Maddie Barnum. Betsy says that happened with my Tula back, which was a digital print. And that's the other thing. I've decided I got a lot of digital panels, and I'm finding I don't like them. I thought I heard my machine chirp, but I think it just stopped. The pass ended. It was like noisy and stopped. Okay. So yeah, so I am going to be upset if all we have is digital fabric. And I think if that should happen, I would be okay, because I'm not going to buy any more fabric other than African prints, because I can't see them doing that for African prints. I'm not buying anymore, because I got enough fabric in this house to do whatever I want to do. It just won't be the newest stuff, okay? But a color is a color. I got every color I need to have up in this house. I don't know if you all saw on Facebook where I posted that Robert Kaufman had been in some financial difficulties, where they were in the possibility of having to shut down, and they've now partnered with Missouri Star they went to them to get a financial loan. However, I can't see somebody bailing you out of not having to do bankruptcy if they don't have any controlling interest. So just keep your eyes and ears open for what's going to happen with the Robert Kaufman fabric line. I am so hoping that Missouri Star leaves alone their company and just sell more of their fabric lines than anyone else's fabric lines, is what I would hope they would do. But I'm hoping that nothing changes with that. So just keep your eyes and ears open on that. That's going to be interesting. Teresa Forrester's here. Dorothy Battle. Leetta Bryant. Kevin talking about Teaquilts or skin tone packs coming January 2025. Yeah, I gotta get them, and then I have to cut them, and then all that stuff. So it takes time, and then right now I'm trying to quilt some quilts before Christmas for people. I don't think anybody needs them, but I had to do the raffle quilt. That was a need. The t-shirt quilt I need, because that's a Christmas gift. It's got to be shipped. The raffle quilt's going to be shipped. It doesn't have to be shipped by Christmas. That's one of the reasons why I didn't use Christmas fabric, okay? I think, I don't know what date. See, 7 and 5. So maybe next Saturday I might do the drawing. That'll be the 14th instead of the 12th, because I was thinking the 12th, but that's not a day I go live. So hopefully I can get my quilt top done, and hopefully we'll see how this week go. If not, it'll be the following week. Like I said, it's not an issue that my quilt has to be mailed by a particular date. That's why I did not make it a Christmas quilt. It's like a little lap quilt. It's 48 by 60, and you can use it on your sofa or put it on a wall, whatever you want with it when you get it. Use it for the dog, I guess. I would hope not, but you could. But yeah, so yeah, that's one of the reasons why I didn't want to use Christmas fabrics, because soon as you get a new quilt, then you got to put it up because Christmas is over, So I wanted to have a quilt that you could use, or make it a car quilt. I like taking quilts and stuff when I'm traveling, so you can use it any way you want. And Maddie said that she purchased the skin tones when I was selling them and they were pretty. Yeah. I worked really hard. I'm just trying to see something in the chat. I worked really hard at trying to make sure that I had a good range of skin tones. Because I wanted everybody represented. But when you got your fabric, you can make whatever you wanted with yours. If you wanted all particular skin tone, you could cut all of them practically out of one piece, because it's not like you need a lot of fabric for just one block. So Sue says, I'm excited about not having to pack all my crap. What is she talking about? For what? Oh, for Zoom class tomorrow. I'm like, what? Hey, Phyllis G, welcome, welcome. My brother is here. Thinking of my brother, I wanted to show you something. My brother works for a recycling center. And it's amazing to me what companies have to throw away in order for them to be able to write off excess products or things that was insured or not able to be used anymore. And my brother come up on Thanksgiving, I forgot to show y'all last week, and gave me this light. Now, it's not plugged in or anything, but it's got the LED bulbs where you can have the warm or the bright lights. And then right here, in here is like a little mini fan. I guess he see me on here with fans blowing. But I've been using this in my living room. And the fan isn't like a real high blowing fan. It's enough that if you're kind of a little bit warm in a room that's air conditioned, it's just enough air that it's not too much. It's just perfect for that. But it does have a plug-in. But then it has 2 USB ports in the back for you to charge stuff. So I just thought I would show you all this in case anybody saw this somewhere, because I don't even know if they still sell this. Let's see if I can find a name on here by any chance. It's just got ultra bright. Hold on, y'all know I can't see nothing up close. It just says a brilliant idea, ultra bright. And Intex, INTEX brand. That's all it says. And this is 2017. 2017 is when it came out. But it's lamp with bladeless fan. LED desk lamp with bladeless fan. I bet you if you put that into Amazon, you'll find something. But I just thought that was it was weird, number one. I don't want it to fall, so we'll just put it back over here when I get ready to walk out of here. Make sure I get the cord over there. So yeah, I thought I had never seen anything like that before. I don't think it's Dyson. It says an Intex brand. So, and Bonita says, good looking out. He always come bring me stuff. Like one time he found a bag of needles and I went through the needles and I wasn't able to keep any of the needles, but he doesn't know. They probably were needles from like a sweatshop. And then they threw all the needles out. So sometimes it's trash. He doesn't know. You couldn't tell by looking at them. But then when I went back and started looking at the needle, they had like, if it was a Smith's pack and it had that it was a size 12 needles, and I would go into the packs and then I would see that it'll be a size 16, a size 14, a size 12. So it was like all these different sizes. And if you're using a brand new pack of Smiths, you would never do that. I felt the shaft on some of them felt like they've been, used a lot. Some of them like they just were used a little, but I didn't want to play with that since I have plenty of needles anyway. So I just had to toss all of those because of how they were configured. I didn't find any of them that had like any pack that had all the same size in one pack. So I felt like they could have been sweatshop place that had that many needles, places that were making clothes. But he always is looking out for me. And sometimes the needles was the only thing that I pitched that he's given to me. And I don't really show a lot of that type of stuff on here. And then I want to share one more thing with you. Is Kevin came into Scrap Quilting Club, and I kept forgetting to just take this out of the bag. But he made these little cute little things here. It doesn't look like much right there. But then it's a little bag. And then you pop the bottom out. Like so, and then you could put stuff in here. So say you go to retreat and you have all of your items, like you have your stuff out, and then you can open up. This is another one of those things like I was talking about with the trays that I got from the Gypsy Quilter, where you can then put all of your things into one thing so they're not just laying flat on the tables or whatever. So I thought that was really cool. And the funny thing is, the guy handed everybody at Scrap Club one. Okay. I was like, aren't you something? But notice it don't have a zipper, okay? Because Kevin not playing with them zippers. But this is too cute though. I like that. Um, let me go back. My screen moved. Kim says, I have a cold. So glad it's a Zoom. I can still come. Right, girl. My mom told me my aunt had COVID. I'm like, but again, my mom's 82. I'm going to say that my aunt is 80, 79. She's somewhere up in there, okay? She still works. Won't stop working. She works for the university. She works for St. Louis University. She works in the cafeteria. My whole family is a food base. Most of them have worked in food. I got one sister that did food and then went to be a phlebotomist. One of my sisters, we don't eat her food, so she don't bring nothing. We don't know if she can cook or not. Okay, she brings sodas. Okay, so we don't. I won't recommend that. But I had my mom that cooked professionally, two brothers, and my sister and my aunt that cooked professionally. My mom and my aunt would even work with the wealthy folks in the St. Louis area, like the Danforths, like we had Senator Danforth, Mr. Coates, who owned Dearborn supermarkets. I can't remember who all they worked for, but there was times when we were at Thanksgiving and they would come in because my sister was also there. My mom would pre-cook everything to the point where we could just like make the dressing. The dressing was made, poured into the pan, and just bake. So yeah, my mom would come in when we were eating because they always ate their Thanksgiving dinner, Christmas dinners like at noon, and we always had ours at 3. So my mom and aunt would come in from that, and they used to do all of that type of stuff. So I got a family of cooks. So we just love doing anything that's food related. Okay. So Michelle the quilter is here. Just finished writing out our Christmas cards. Now I can relax. Girl, I ain't sending none. I give. I'll never forget the year 2020. I sat down. That was my last year sending cards. I sat down and wrote, I don't know, I sent out like 75 or to 100 Christmas cards. And then nobody got their Christmas cards from me. So I had handmade every card. And then nobody got them. They didn't, I don't know who at the post office decided to just throw all my stuff in the trash can. They weren't going to no houses to deliver Christmas cards. Well, they should have said that because I paid for all of those stamps and everything. I ain't made a Christmas card since. I don't even think I made a card since, okay? Kind of left a bad taste in my mouth. Sue said, oh my God. Sue says $59.99 on Amazon. Good Lord, girl. That's for the, she's talking about a light similar to that with the fan in it. Remo is reminding people to hit the thumbs up button. People saying they like the thing. Bonita talking about new segment on live, raise fines. He do, because he gives me microphones, headphones, charging cables. I'm trying to think what else. I know it's sewing machine needles, watches. I can't. Oh, I already. Did I already have one, or did I get that from him? I got that from him. We got every household that wanted one in St. Louis got a bag, the bag sealer thing where to suck out any moisture and seal the bag. You put them, so you can freeze your food, preserve your foods. We all got that. Not only did we get that, but we also got rolls of the bag stuff, okay? I'm like, how are you throwing away this type of stuff? It's amazing to me what people have to throw away in order to collect on the write-off and stuff. So Don Cunningham is talking to Kevin. Say great job. Kim says, I love my bag from Kevin. It's been in constant use for scraps. Thanks again. Yes, it'll make a nice trash bag too for your countertop. It would make that too. Or scrap if you got smaller pieces you're keeping, like these little cut off pieces I got. Half square triangles from sewing binding pieces together. That'll work. So no zippers here. It's amazing how much you can sew and get done when you're caring for your parent. Yeah. Sheila Willis says, we kind of got retreat stuff set up, but we'll see. We're still, I haven't sent out any supply stuff because we're kind of in the testing phase to see. We're trying to test to see how long stuff takes to get done. So that's the problem with the retreat stuff. So, and it's my fault now because I need to sit down and do some sewing, and I don't have time right now. I'm trying to get what I got to get done first out. And then I know I'm going to be going straight into working for retreat. I need to book the standards for the quilt show, not the retreat, the quilt show. I need to do that. Janet McCarroll's here. I am not finna mess with Don and Kevin in this chat, okay? Oh my goodness. Ugh. Melinda Montoya saying she made it. Kim says, are those vacuum sealer bags are expensive? Yes, honey. Yes, yes, and yes. Helen Finaldi is here. And Lorraine Young. So hi, Lorraine. Welcome to the chat. Appreciate you commenting. So today, what are we working on? I need to connect some binding strips. This is for the t-shirt quilt. I want to get that in the mail next week as well as Sharon's quilt. And then I also want to, I need at least, I got 4 bags here cut out, I think. Yeah, I need at least 3. So I need to sew these, which are these little bags. I made them small. This was the medium size. I'm saying small because it's small in conjunction to what I enlarged my pattern to. So this is small. This is medium. This is not small. You don't want to make small. And then this is what I just added, I think, an inch. All the way around. And so that's why this is like a couple inches bigger. But they're about the same height. It was just how I folded in and made it wider here because I increased everything. So you can look at the sides because I needed my bag to be bigger and wider right here. So yeah. So we need more of those. I got 2 of these cut out. I still need to make, and I got this one here. I still need a couple of these for Christmas gifts too. So those are, I'm not gonna, you're gonna go to YouTube channel, Spencer Ogg, OGG, and the video is called Gift Bags. The video came out last week, I think. So you don't have to go, you go to the YouTube channel, Spencer Ogg, and then you go to her videos tab, and then just look for gift bags, quick gift bags. Raw edges are on the outside in case you missed that. Let me put it up here so you can see as close as possible. Raw edges. So you need to use cork, vinyl, faux leather, which is what she used, but I'm like, I'm going to use this cork that I got. I bought a whole roll of cork, spent a lot of money for it, and so I am very, very happy that I have made numerous little zipper bags. I've made these, so I'm actually utilizing the cork, so I'm really happy about that. Rents paid. All right. So all I'm gonna do right here is just sew these. I got 5 strips. This is what's on the back of the quilt. The quilt is still being quilted right now, but I had sewed 2 long pieces together because the quilt is 65 by 87. And so I had just enough on the opposite side that I wasn't going to need to quilt with, and to cut 5 2.5-inch strips. So I didn't even have to wait for the backing to be available for me to make the binding. Because I like to put, if I can, especially for quilts that aren't going to be like in a quilt show, I'll put my binding on the long arm. It's not 100% perfect, but it's close enough. It's good enough for me. And I can be a little bit picky. So it's good enough for me. So that's what I do when it's not going to be like a show quilt. So I am just going to sew these 5 pieces together. This is more than what I need. I think 4 would have been enough, but hey, if you got the fabric, cut it and make sure you got enough, right? But this should be plenty. So I think I only need 4, but I was able to cut 5. Matter of fact, 1, 2, I'm only going to put 4 together. And then we'll just use the other one with 2.5-inch strip project. Because my strip is 87 inches long. I only need 2 that long. And my backing, if it's 87 plus 8, is 96 inches long. Yeah, I got plenty. So my width is only 65. I could have sworn I just heard the cat. So now I'm trying to concentrate and see if I hear him again. My cat, when he was, I have an outdoor cat. And I keep thinking I hear him. When he was a kitten, he got beat up really bad. And he came back with 2 of his front paws were all messed up. And now I saw a little kitten, and I was trying to feed another kitten some food about a month ago, a few weeks ago. And the kid, I call him Kitty Boy, he got mad that I was trying to feed this other cat. He didn't want that cat nowhere near that porch where I was feeding him. and he was about to tear that cat up. Okay, I had to stand there and tell him no. And he minded too, because I let the cat come up on the porch, eat the food. I said, at least let me give him one good meal. Now, I told the little kitten, to go away, shooed him off my porch, and I prayed to God that little kitten left, but because my cat was going to tear him up. Now, I have never seen that little kitten again. I think Kitty Boy scared that cat off of that porch. Say, not here, you're not. I think he got beat up so bad when he was a kitten that now he's the bully. So yeah. And Kevin laughing at me because the kid he thinks it's hilarious. But when the kitten is Kitty Boy, I'll meow to him. He meows back like we're having a conversation. And Kevin just like look at me like I'm totally crazy. So then when a new little kitty came up and I go meow, and that little kitten just started walking straight towards me. That I said you could tell that he was that kitten. I don't know if it's a girl or a boy because it was so small you couldn't tell. But I felt so sorry for him. I tried to give him at least one good meal because I'm like, somebody gonna get you out here in these streets. I ain't seen that cat since. But Kitty Boy ain't having it now. Normally in the daytime, Kitty Boy would eat. And like in the past, like 6 months or so, he would eat and go someplace to go find somewhere to sleep somewhere. Now, ever since that other cat came during the daytime, whenever food possibility of coming out, he's sitting right at my screen door, my storm door. Ain't going nowhere, okay? Until it's dark outside. Kitty is not playing. All right, we need to just press that. Over here, we need to change. We need to change our thread because we're using variegated threads. So let's see, what did I do with the bobbin? That's the question. See if it's in the containers. Not in that one. Oh, it's on the spindle over there. All right. So let's get rid of this thread. Since we're doing all raw edges and I don't want to put this thread on there. I could, I guess. But it'll be prettier with color thread. And I don't want to have to pick a color, so we're cheating and we'll do variegated. And Bonita talking about check the railroad crossing, girl. Just stop. Bessie trying to call me the cat lady, I guess. But, I just think it's horrible for strays outside. And then Kevin was there, I think, when this kitten came up to me, if I'm not mistaken. I feel like this kitten was probably in a house because I have never in my life had an outdoor cat walk up to me like this kitten did. I don't care. I've tried feeding over 20 cats since I've been in this house. And I have never been able to feed anybody but Kitty Boy. This kitten, and I couldn't feed Kitty Boy the first day, okay? It took a while for me to be able to feed him. This cat walked straight up to me. I have never seen a cat walk straight up to a person outside. And it was a kitten. I mean, it was a baby. It was tiny. It wasn't any bigger than this. And I felt so bad. I said, oh, Lord, these people are so horrible. The way they treating these animals out here in the streets. We'll put that one over there. I think, let me see if this, oh, it don't have any. I think this is the bro thread. This big old giant spool of thread, of variegated thread. I ain't gonna have to worry about primary colors for a long time. Cause I even ordered one in, got something under my nail. I got one in, who sells thread? I don't remember who the other company is. Is it up here? Nope. I don't even know what I did with it. Did I put it up here? Nope. It wasn't Gilderman. Oh, I can't remember what company it was. But that's all right. I got the big spool. I don't even care about the other one. It'll be a long time before I run out of this thread. By that time, I forget I got another one. So yeah, so let's thread the, and this is polyester thread too. Hi, Lana Dean. Kim talking about cat whisperer tea. Right, Kevin just looks at me like I've lost my mind when I'm out there meowing. But when I told Kitty to stop, he did exactly what I said. He knew not to come up on the porch. And then he did I was talking to Kevin, and he was trying to sneak around the back of me. And I go, no, you don't. You get back over there. And then he jumped back off on the other side of the porch. But he was trying to get that cat. So, yeah. All right. First thing we got to do is do all this gluing. So I don't know if I'm going to get like anything done today. I should have brought some paper in here so I could just sit this stuff. Oh. Ta-da! This is some paper I was using. I'm like, I can use this to paper piece on some big string blocks on the diagonal. But we're going to spray it now. Because we need to, I've decided I'm not using glue. That's too much. We're going to use this spray. And what spray would that be? Like, where is my spray? Maybe not. Here it is. It fell off my desktop. KK 2000. All right. Yep, that's what we're doing. Do them all at one time. So I don't know if we'll get anything done. Because basically I'm just going to put these on here. And then I cut the top pieces a little wider so I can trim them on the bottom. They just go, I'm eyeball centering this. So the bottoms don't matter. So that's 1, Just sit it right there so we know it's done. I cut these bigger so I can trim them off after the fact. And I should put some clips on here. Help hold them in place. Let's do that. At least put one clip on here. Could take two. We got plenty. Help hold them in place as I'm moving them around. Get this one back. Okay. So that way they'll have something to help them adhere to the bottom base. All right. Lana saying she just got up early this morning to cut blocks for the class, which is tomorrow. But I thought it was today, laughing out loud. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. All right. One more to go to be. And turn around. So this is not cut straight, so we're going to overshoot it. And then we can trim it up after the fact. Sometimes you cut with a scissor, it's just not straight. So yeah, all right. So what we're gonna do is I'm just gonna stitch these patches on here, and I'm gonna stitch on all sides. So in the pattern, she doesn't stitch right here. I'm gonna stitch all the way around because even when I use liquid glue, I saw this part coming up. Let me see if I can find which one was doing that. You see this? I don't know if it shows. Yeah, this right here. So I'm going to slide this under my machine and stitch it too. But I was putting clips in here because this is the one I was holding with you all testing. Forgot these was in here. So we're going to stitch this down too. I may as well get that on out the way. And because we can't have that. And I got to make sure I pull up my bobbin thread. I forgot about that. That's the hardest part of this for me is you got to remember to pull up your bobbin thread. So you don't have thread tail knots up under your project. So that's the hardest part. Yeah, it's like we can't have stuff like peeking up. It's telling me, telling me that my thread's out. That's because I didn't close the bobbin door. The machine will tell on you. Okay. Pull this out and cut over here. And now we don't have that piece sticking up. It's like, we cannot have that. This is size medium from her pattern. It might be 1/4 of an inch smaller than what her pattern says. Might be 1/4 of an inch smaller. I don't have a snap on this one. And let's see, I probably need to do the same thing to this one. Yep. It's got stuff in here too. I was just having fun filling them up, trying to put some weight in them, I think, when I was showing them to you guys. So that they would sit up here on the machine. I think I put those in there for that. But we're going to make these little babies perfect. Okay. I want to make sure I got my strings. Couldn't find one. All right. So we're not even making a bag. We correcting bag issues. So let me know if you went over to Spencer Ogg and got your pattern for this. I had a lot of people asking about it. So I would be interested in knowing how many people went over there to get it. Let me get I did. All right. Michelle the quilter telling Lana somebody it's better to have them done before class than after. Or cutting while you're doing it. So Lana says she ordered the plastic snaps when I gave the link, so that's cool. So yeah. We'll put that one over there. All right. So I'm gonna sew so I can see this because I'm sewing all the way around. Normally you'll put your top thread underneath on the outside. Your top thread will be on the outside, but since I'm sewing this right side up, that's not gonna work. So I need to move this thread to the other side of my needle. Okay, I'm goofing. Hold on. I think this oh, it was right. I thought my seam allowance was too big. It's because I got my piece oversized. I forgot about that. I need to trim it. So I still needed to take them off. I need to trim it now that it's on here. I cut it just a little bit over because I'd rather it be, I don't want to keep making the bag small. And since my pattern didn't print out right because my printer didn't print it right, I found that I had to constantly trim. So I didn't want to keep trimming to make it small, especially on the bag pattern where I made it bigger, because I need all the space to put what I need to put in here. All right. All right, now that's better. Now I don't have to worry about my seam allowance. I know it's right. Pull up that bobbin thread. All right, now we can just put this right up here on the edge. One more stitch. All right, we can take these off. It helps make the glue adhere, putting a little pressure on them. Time is it? It's 9:01. I'm gonna have to move all of these pieces of fabric because I'm gonna be turning over this way. Let's go ahead and get these thread tails off so they won't be in the way. Brace everything up, child. All right. Is this one where I need to trim because it wasn't straight? Yep. There's probably gonna be another one too. All right. Okay, so Teresa got the pattern. I did. 2 students made them. Yeah, I saw. I think you posted. Was it on Facebook or YouTube? I thought it was Facebook. That she posted that. So that's cool. Like I said, this is something that's so easy. Like I said, you mess up sewing because it's raw edges. You just, you know, you just square it up. The hardest part, like I said, is remembering to have thread tails. Especially as somebody that's used to chain piecing. That's very hard for me. Want them to get stuck. Turn, and we're coming back up to the beginning, so we need to get our strings out. 1, and then back it up. All right, needle up, presser foot up. Pull it out. Now, ideally, you would be, you know, assembly line in the same step. But I'm going to go ahead and just do this for those that haven't seen this made up. I'm sewing this right here. Wrong sides together because we're doing raw edge. That's why you need a fabric that will do that. And then you just pinch down to hold it so that it stays. You can put a clip on it so that it doesn't move, and then stitch again. Every time you stitch, and you're gonna have these thread tails. That's my arch nemesis, thread tails. I hate them. I almost hit it. I almost hit that cut button. All right. Other side. So we just did that one side. And if you need to, you can, if I need to square up a little, because like I said, my pattern wasn't, it was not straight to me. So when I sew, I just trim off whatever on the other side that I see to make both sides match. Just little slivers. Like this little sliver is what I trimmed off. And then I do the other side. It all makes a difference if your pattern doesn't print out like it should. And like I said, my machine, I didn't realize that I couldn't even enlarge. The button says enlarge and reduce, but it only reduces. It doesn't enlarge. I want to make sure I'm starting here at the top, so I'm trying to make sure that part's really good. Ready to go. Okay. And I will have to trim again. Make sure I hit the right button. I got 4 buttons down here and 2 up here. I got to make sure I hit the right one, because I have a knack for hitting that cut button. So and then I go ahead and trim them right now so I don't forget. Just another little sliver. All right, so now it's looking like this because I've sewn the 2 flaps. So now we're going to do the L's on the bottoms. Get those up. We sew these 2 seams and we're done except for a snap. And I like to start at the top on these because you want the tops to match. You want this top part to match down here. It's going to flatten itself out. If you start at the bottom and go up, it's a little bit different. Let's see. Needles. All right. And I need to check it to see if I need to trim anything. Either side. That one's perfect. And now I've got this side. Last one. This one will need a little trimming. I can see it already. Come on over here, thread tail. I can't get it. Okay. Okay. Let's see. And Lana said she signed up and got the pattern. Okay, so that's cool. Okay, so this one needs a little trimming. Get it? Right there. All right. And then I take my bone folder and I use it to like put some crease marks in here for memory, just so that it keeps this little box shape. Use this flat end. And I should be doing it on the desk. That's harder than my cutting mat, my press mat. Go back over here and do that one again. All right, and I also do the sides. So I just wanted to sew one, so just in case I don't sew any other ones. All right. And then this right here, I like what I'm going to put in here. I don't want to fall out. So, you know, technically you could have a wide bag and have your snap. You know, you can make this flap a little bigger, but I knew I didn't need my flap bigger if I increase the size. That's because when I put this in here, I still want the tops to kind of close. So then I close mine like this. So on the side, it's like a little sack, a little lunch bag, because I don't want whatever I put in here to come out. So you can see how that's closed up. Whereas if I pull it back and out, you can see how you've got a gap. See that gap right there? So I make sure that I push in my corners and then figure out where I want to put my snap after the fact. So what I do until I put the snaps on here is I just put some clips on. I don't need the big ones though. I just put some clips on here to hold it, so I'll know where I want to put the clip when it's time. And then I'm just going to put, well, snap. I'm going to put a snap right here in the middle. Okay. So that's one. Vivian's left. Darcy is reminding you all to see if you've hit your thumb up button. I really appreciate it. Hi, Anita Scott. Welcome to the chat. Diane Mayberry is here. Hello, welcome, welcome. Miss T sewing one of these for me, and she's going to fill it with money for me. Monopoly money. Exactly. He's talking about he want money. Asking me, am I giving him money? I said, I sure am. All the Monopoly money I can find. All right, so this time we're going to cut beforehand. Trim. Since we know everything is lined up. These pieces I purposely cut bigger because I felt like they were just a tad too short because my pattern didn't print right. So I made them bigger and said I'll just trim them off. It's easier to cut something down than it is to add to it. So and then I just need to check the bottom. The bottom is good. So we may as well trim everything. Do this assembly line style now. I guess I'll be using this again. Put some clips right here. Like, stop it. Don't be rude. Don't be rude. Oh, you're fine, Diane. Whenever you get here, you know that. People got lives. Don talking about, Don says, cute little bag. Yep. I just like because they quick. And I don't have to worry about no linings. And, and like I said, I just needed a few of them to put item in. Have my little group of peoples. I need to figure out stuff for, so be trying to make sure I handle everything I need to do. So that's that one. Go ahead and do this other side. Oh, no, we can't do that. We got to stitch first. So we just trimmed everything. So we got to stitch first. Because as I'm looking at it, I see an end come up. Like, nope. That's why we just used the temporary spray. Because I'm like, it's going to, my regular glue. What was I using? I don't even know what I did. Oh, it's right here. Fabric Fusion. It was coming up. It's like, no, we're going to stitch all of that down. I can't have that. Lana telling Kevin that they made money for a friend with her face on it, artificial money. They said they can make some for Kevin. He's obsessed with money. And I have none to give him. All right. All right, get those thread ends out. Where's the other one? Like, where you go? This thing working hard to like drive me nuts. Like, just trying to hide out. I'm just glad that I didn't set this thing automatically when I hit the cut button. No, when I back stitch, that it would normally cut, because I have my baby lock set up that way. Whenever I back stitch, it would back stitch and cut. I'm glad I didn't set this up that way. Yeah. Whoops. Let's see who else is coming here. Norma Kaufman's here. Kevin talking about, Lana, you're so sweet. Oh my goodness. The cork must be easy to sew with. It is easy to sew, but it didn't look like she was having any trouble with her faux leather. And you can use vinyl too if you want to use that. Same difference. Faux leather is some kind of vinyl. Yep, it's cork. All right. I thought I didn't have to trim. Nope. Want to make sure before I stitch it. Yep. I'm quilting on the long arm. It should have stitched row number 5. I was about to run out of thread. It could have stitched like half of row 5. So I went ahead and changed the, need one more stitch. I changed the thread, the bobbin, so that it would go ahead and stitch the whole row so it wouldn't run out. I hate having unused bobbins. So I'm going to have to, before I finish that quilt, I'm going to have to run out. I already got 2 bobbins that are short from the last time. So we're going to have to figure that part out. I got to pay really good attention not to hit the wrong buttons over here. I got so many buttons. All right, that's one set sewed. I thought I trimmed all of these. Still missing one. Guess not. All right. Look at me not hitting that thread cutter button. I talked to Jersey before I came live. She is nothing but just full of jokes. That's all I can say about that child. She and I were playing peekaboo on FaceTime. But she's running around like I'm in the place. Like I'm with her. And then she'll come back to look at the phone so I can do the peekaboo, and then she takes off running again. She is hilarious. And then she's laughing and talking. I don't know what in the world she's saying, but she's talking as she's running away from the peekaboo. She is going to be a comedian. if she wants to be bothered with you, because she can be moody. Okay. All right, that one's done. All right. I still got 2 more of these things to cut out. I'm trying to figure out, do I really need them? Probably. I need at least one. Okay. Going to assume that's number 2 done. We got one more. Is it trimmed? This is fine, I think. Uh-oh, I hit the cut button. It don't know it. I hit the cut button trying to reverse. Just so y'all know, Kevin's always hungry, okay? Don't be talking about food in the chat. I need 1 stitch. All right. It's like, give me 1. Cut this off. Ugh. Diane talking about this cutter got us all spoiled. That's one of the things. I will not buy a new sewing machine if it doesn't have thread cutter on it, okay? Forget it. They say set it and forget it. All right. And now I wish I had them other 2 cut out so I could be assembly lining them, but that's another day, I guess. Okay. I thought I took one more stitch. Did you not move forward? Okay, let's cut these off while they're not anywhere near the needle, so we can get rid of them easier. All right. Yes. All right. Now it's time to sew the sides. Doo-doo-doo-doo. Pack. All right, lots of thread tails in my bag. Okay. Yeah, it's just these little slivers is where that probably that 1/8 of an inch was off. But I'm trying to get them. I don't know if you all hear me backing up on the machine. I'm trying to back up. Like I'll go down and then back up. Sometimes because I'm hitting the back up and sewing, it might want to come back forward. Then I'll back it up again. Because I'm trying not to cut threads in the corner. I don't want to cut the threads down here. I want to cut it in the middle, like a 1/4 of an inch up from the end. Just so I don't have thread tails dangling at the bottom of my bag. That's all. Okay. We need another clip again. I mean another trim. May as well get on it now. Oops, I want to start from the top though. I want to start from the top. From the top to the bottom to the top. I'm gonna rock 'em while I still got 'em. What's the words? Disco power. Something. This is our disco. I don't know if all that you have heard, but it's up to me to spread the word about the man that we feel that's got to be real. Something. Why am I singing rap music from the 80s, maybe? Sugar Hill Gang? Maybe? Oh my goodness. I get a song in my head, it's hard to get rid of it. All right. Almost a bag. Put the clip right here. And trim. I have to look out of my glasses for this. It's so minute. Hi, Deborah Holloway. Welcome to the chat. Diane talking about I won't be without my needle threader. That too, but hey, that thread cutter, Monty Pep. My needle threader is broken on my machine. Girl, my machine will be in the shop. And December is a hard time to take your machine to the shop because you're working on Christmas stuff, so. But the Bernina, shoot, they show you Bernina Jeff. And who else? Somebody else show you how to buy your own off Amazon and switch that thing on out. I have never done it, but I know there's videos on it. So if my needle threader only broke, I probably would try to replace it. Hit the cut button. It almost scared me. OM to the G. That's not bad, though, for somebody that, you know, don't pull thread tails like this. One time isn't bad. I scared myself when I hit that button. It's like, oh no. All right, so I'll press them, get their folds in them later. We're sewing only. Good night, Deborah Sims Brown. Diane talking about beats me tea. Why do I hear? I can't see because they don't change this thing where you can't see through it at all. A song coming out of my mouth that her mother used to sing. Yeah, you just missing her. So I find that when I'm cutting, it's weird because the side I want to sew on, it's opposite on each side when I want to start at the top and go down. And it's always the underneath, the top side that's too big. So I need to trim it. So it's weird how that's working on the pattern. I need to figure it out and make adjustments on the pattern, but I haven't. Ain't nobody got time for that. Put this right on back up here, my clip, because remember we got to pull up that bobbin thread because we goofed that one time. Do not want all of these threads jammed up at the beginning like that. Make sure I hit the reverse button. Okay. Needle up, press the foot up. We're getting them done. We got 1.5, about a little over a half. See, then I push it down here on the front, and it's always the front is covering. So the part I need to see is covered. So then I just put this on here, turn it around, and then it's sitting right there for me to cut. It's weird how the pattern is doing that. So it's doing it to the opposite side like the pattern would if you were making a pattern, I guess. Okay. I'll leave that little sliver. We want to start from the top down. Maybe this one can get cut right there. Weird, weird, weird. Okay. Put a clip down here to hold while I'm using my hand to keep it right there. Oh God, this thing probably moved. Let me check it. Nope, it didn't. All of this trying to get the strings to the right side. Okay. Okay. A little bit more trimming, just some hairs. Like literally like fuzz. I don't even know where that come from. All right. Now we're at 1.5. This one looks perfect. I'm going to start down a little bit. You all are quiet today. Well, I'm probably quiet too, trying to remember to hit this. I don't want that one. I want these, my snips. Trying to remember to not hit that cut button. But I've done 2 of the big ones. Almost 3, so we're getting there. Yep, that one was perfect. Right here. And this one is not. Let's put a clip in here and see. It's just barely off. Just had to be an iota. Just barely. Just that little piece. Down in the corner. It might have to get trimmed again because I took the clip off. I didn't put it on the bottom. It might adjust. Okay. All right. And then we'll check this one. Yep, just a little off, just like I thought. Once I put that presser foot down on it, it smashed this cork up. Made it a little bit flatter. Just sliver. Right there. All right. Number 3 is complete. One more. Kim says she's concentrating on finishing this binding. I got my nephew's huge quilt done since last week, so that's cute. I mean, that's huge because she was so worried about the quilting on it, so that's good that she's got it done. I'm gonna have 2 quilts. I need to do the binding to the back, so maybe I'll be working on that. Well, I'm hoping by Wednesday that those quilts are in the mail, so I don't know what I'm gonna do Wednesday. Maybe make these 2 small ones. I don't know. But I'm hoping that I'm not. Let's see, how much are you off on the back? Right now it's saying just a sliver right there. But it could adjust a little bit. I can't even pick up these threads. They so thin. So yeah, I just want to get quilts done. Stuff out of my face right now. So I'll do Sharon's, then it'll be Miss Vivian's, and then Joe Carmel's. And then I've got my local people that I don't have to mail to. They'll be next. Betsy. I got 6 from Betsy. She's a prolific piecer. I'm going to do 3 of them. She wants 3 and 3. And so I'll do 3 of them after. So she... And I also got some stuff I want to quilt for myself. I got so many quilts that I haven't quilted. I haven't quilted my D2M. I haven't, I got 2 quilts that I got. One of them has no binding on it. I have to even find fabric. And then the other one has it on the front, I think. My, my H-block quilt, and it's something else. Oh, the Bonnie Hunter other quilt, not the one I'm working on, another one that was given to me from the lady that passed away. I got that quilted. I added a border and then just quilted it. Okay, so this one I can trim from after it's quilted. So that's what we'll do. Put this one right here. We got to get these threads on the right side, so we're not futzing with that. All right. I think this was the biggest adjustment I've done since I've been here that I got to cut on. Ha! I cut that I've got to trim. Girl, don't be scaring me like that. That's myself talking to me. Crazy, I know. It's like, as soon as you don't want to do something, just saying the word cut, I cut. All right, this was the biggest trim I've had. Look at that. That was a lot. All right. 2 more seams for 9. I may rethink what I'm going to do about the other 2. I'll worry about those the night before Christmas, right? Woo-wee. Something like that. I don't know. As long as you got the stuff that would have been in it, I think that's fine. Oh, I don't have that second tail because I got to pull it up. Okay, don't start in the corner. Back it up. Back it up. Almost done. For right now. Time is it? 9:52. I am starving. I gotta fix me something to eat. Trying to think. You know, I didn't even fix myself anything to eat. I ended up eating a slice of sweet potato pie right before I came in here. I don't think I've eaten all day. I've been working on that long arm machine. Oh my goodness. I am starving. That's why I'm starving. And I'm glad that I at least had the wherewithal to eat the cake, because I'd probably be in here really struggling because I'm hungry. So, yeah. I didn't even look at this one. I just sold it. This is my last one. I can cut the thread. Well, my last one for right now anyway. And then had the nerve to not even back it up where I wanted it to. Okay. I'm really wanting to get out of here or something. I'm starving. Oh my goodness. Trim off this top just a little bit. All right. So now all I got to do is put a little memory fold in here. And I just sewed these 4 and fixed my other 2. Like sewed the top down. I think they look a lot better with the top sewed down, but you can do what you like. All right. So we got 6 minutes until Dougie Fresh is on. Okay. So we will use our little thing here. I need to get off of the press mat. Just to give it a little memory fold. It'll still bounce back up if you need it to go in a different spot, but this is where I want it. I'm going to make sure I keep it wide. So that's done. Fold this down and put some clips on here so it can hold its memory for when I come in here to put the snaps on. Okay. I'm probably gonna break this thing. I'm over here pressing like there's no tomorrow. Okay. For those in Zoom class tomorrow, I'll send another link. I'll try to remember to go to my desktop and send another link in case you don't see it. And then I'll send you a little one-page thing. I might put the cutting instructions on there so you can keep everything on one page. It's not going to be anything major. It's not really a pattern, just some stuff we're going to talk about. But I didn't want to send it out early because, you know, then people will start reading, have all of their things sewed and or asking me questions prior to Zoom. So I don't want you to know everything. Then there's no point for us meeting up in the Zoom. All right. And then put these two on. I get in the vicinity of where my clips need to go. They're not where they need to go. Yeah, they're so cute. I did not get behind that piece. Okay. I got a long thread tail here. I'm like, where you come from? Like, where you been? All right. Okay, just to give them a little memory. So now they're so cute. And this one here, all four of them. So you can see them. So they're done. Good night, Darcy. Thank you so much. She says she has to go eat now. See you Wednesday. Carol Williams came in. Hello, Carol. Don says, put a little sticker or tape on the cut button to not cut. Girl, I said the word cut, and as soon as I said the word, it was like my hand wanted to hit that button so bad. But I only got two more of the small ones that I need to. I guess I should do this one too, so we can. It's got a memory because I had them on here before I came live, but you know, I put it back. But yeah, this was the quickest thing, and the, you know, something quick to do, not a lot of stress on it. And then, like I said, if it doesn't cut right, which mine's didn't, because I already knew my pattern had issues before I even started. I measured the square and it didn't square up. But anyway, you know, trimming after you sew or before you sew, making pieces a little bit bigger if you need to. It's so adjustable, so adaptable. So I like it. Diane talking about, I'm hungry. What are you fixing? My husband got me some catfish. I did not eat catfish yesterday because I was too lazy to go out. Did I go? I think I went out to the post office, but I did not stop at the store. I was like, nope. It was toward the evening hours, and I'm like, nope, not gonna do it. both of us try to be home before it get dark, okay? Unless we're together at a family function or an event that we're going to, we don't have a choice. That's the only time we're out after dark, okay? Darcy's gonna have a bowl of cinnamon toast crunch. I thought about Captain Crunch. I had that. I don't know what possessed me to buy Captain Crunch, Sarah, but I had a bowl or two. It was good. It was like my childhood memory thing popped up. Must have been hungry while I was grocery shopping. Okay. Hi Nicole, Nikki. And the bags are great. Thank you, thank you. So that's going to be it, guys. I am getting off of here. I am going to go figure out this catfish situation and what I'm going to eat with it. I don't know yet. I have to see what I got. And we're going to go from there. I got this bag upside down. That's not a pretty sight. But yeah, so I'm going to get off of here. I will see you all hopefully at 12:01 a.m. to open up day number 8. Missouri Star Cook Company's Countdown to Christmas, where we're playing Stash or Pass. All right? See you all then. Bye-bye. You all stay safe, be blessed, and quilt out. I almost forgot.